Okay, for this learning target, we're going to look at defining kinetic and potential energy. So energy can be divided into two main categories, potential and kinetic. Potential is stored energy. Potential simply means that energy has the ability to do something later. It's not going to do it right now. And remember, we've talked about there are three different types of potential energy. There's gravitational, there is elastic, and there is chemical. So there's always these three different ways that energy can be stored. So here's some example. A stretched rubber band would be what type? Elastic. Water at the top of a waterfall, that would be what type? Gravitational. A battery can store chemical energy, so it tells you there that one's chemical. And a bow, an arrow, when you draw it back, that is a type of elastic potential energy. So remember, potential energy is stored energy. Now, potential energy can be converted into kinetic energy. When that stored energy begins to move, then now we are transferring from potential to kinetic. So let's talk about kinetic. Remember, kinetic is energy of a moving object or energy of motion. Kinetic means movement. When stored energy is being used, it is making things happen or making things move. So kinetic energy is energy of motion, like a roller coaster moving down a track. Here's some examples. Someone skiing, a motorcycle going down the road, someone slipping and falling, someone jogging. Those are all types of movement. And the faster the object moves, the more kinetic energy it's producing. The greater the mass or the speed of the object, the more kinetic energy there will be. An object has the most kinetic energy when its movement is greatest. So when it has the least potential energy, it's going to have the most kinetic energy. So when you think about like a roller coaster, here is where you have your maximum potential energy. And as it starts moving down the hill, your potential energy is going to decrease and your kinetic energy is going to increase. So when we get down here at the bottom of the hill, that's when it has its maximum kinetic energy, because all the potential energy has been now converted over to kinetic energy. So just to recap, two types, potential, which is stored, and kinetic, which is movement. And remember, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It is always stored or transferred.